Hello Collective, and welcome to your weekly energetic update reading. So we'll be taking a look at the energies in the week ahead in the areas of love, career, and finance. And I will be breaking it down by element, so it will be fire signs, water, air, and then earth. But I hope everyone has had a really good weekend. For those of you who are not yet aware, the summer solstice just passed. It was from June 20th to the 21st. And it's essentially the onset of spring, or summer, guys, okay? And it's marked by the longest day of the year and shortest night of the year. And I appreciate, everyone's patience as I develop the channel. Acquiring new decks for us at this time that are safe for network. One of those being the Cat Tarot deck, which I'll be using today. I finally got additional storage so that I can record without, running into those, because I've been running into quite a few, storage. I've been running into quite a bit of issue with storage space. So anyway, but also here in the last, at the start of the weekend, I realized my floor lamp is not working. So at this time, I don't have the additional overhead lighting, but I do plan to address that here shortly. I just need to take a look and see, what route I want to take. So, all right, love, career, finance for each of the 4 elements. And I'm going to shoot for 1 card each. Thank you. Starting with fire signs. Okay. Okay, I'm just looking for... All right, next is water. Love, career, and finance. Next we have air signs. My cat's out on the balcony right now, so it's nice to see him enjoying all that. Okay, wow, we just had a crazy spillage there, so let's just... Wow, yeah. Let's just, let's just reel all that back in. All right, and earth signs. Okay, we'll take that as love. Not quite feeling that, so let's just keep. And these cards are still very fresh, so so the shuffling's a bit wonky, but they're coming out. And I'm going to take an overall collective bottom of the deck message for today's reading. We have the 10 of Wands. What's great about this, the 10 of Wands, it really represents, that brink of exhaustion almost, or feeling like a burden. But with it being in the reversed, and very beautiful, of course, as we head into this summer, this season, okay. Maybe let me reset myself. All right, cheers. So, as we move into this summer season, you're letting go of burdens at this time, okay? And this is the first time that I pulled the Ten of Wands here for the deck. So I'm going to just consult the booklet. The fight has been won. The spoils are yours, but you're weary from the battle. You may be overwhelmed, but now is the best time to do something about your situation. Learn to say no, delegate, compromise, ask for more space if you need it. So as you move again throughout the summer months, if you start to get to that feeling again, like you're reaching that point of exhaustion or overburden, or like there's too many energies at play, just remember again that you can always do something about your situation, right? Whether again that's saying no or delegating or compromising, or simply just taking the time, your time, space for yourself. All right, so keep that in mind, guys. And we're going to then move on. I'm just going to go ahead and flip our cards over. I'm actually going to... Okay. And my apologies. I'm aware that you guys can't see everything I have laid out here, but I'll show you the cards as we move through. All right, so again, first column we have love, we then have career and finance as our last column. And very beautifully, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag, we are starting off with the star for your area of love. Okay, this is Major Arcana number 17, and this really speaks to hope. But you're also very heavily being guided at this time as you move, as we move again here into the summer months. Like Polaris, this card guides us to our personal true north. And I'm pausing because I did just talk about guidance, right? So, just further solidification. The cat pours out the water, perhaps to nourish the earth, perhaps to destroy the carpet. What matters here, however, is the transformation. Things grow and change, and so do you. This is the path of healing, forgiveness, success. Carry on. So, very beautiful, guys. In the area of love, fire signs, you're currently in the energy again of healing, forgiveness, success, and just moving on. Just carrying on with your life and not letting things affect you. And again, you are really being guided here. I almost want to say it by like the North Star, if you will. But, and in the area of love, you have really transformed from, again, pouring out your emotions and literally it was like just being tossed on the carpet. But it's like now you understand where to put your love and how to use your love to nourish yourself. So, so right now in the area of love, I feel like a lot of you guys, it's like not necessarily like you're in a romantic connection at this time, or that you're necessarily even really focusing your attention on the area of love, but it's like nonetheless just this transformation in and of itself. It's like you're emanating love, right? And so Well, yeah. And so again, guys, I think the biggest and most beautiful message here again is again, you're letting go of all the regrets, the burdens, the past, the past energies, and again, you're moving on, really with grace. But the most beautiful thing I'm picking up on again is this is a time of healing for you, as you move throughout the summer months, healing and transformation. Okay. Now, moving over into the area of career, we then have the Three of Swords. This card represents the intersection of our hearts and our intellects, again, coming in for the area of career. There's no pussyfooting around this one. There's emotional pain on the horizon, a piercing of the heart. It hurts and there's nothing to do but feel the feelings. Make time to cry, yowl even. You can't heal until you get it all out. Remember, pain is sometimes necessary for growth. So clearly, there is something here that is causing emotional turmoil in some way in the area of career. But and again, the intersection of our hearts and our intellect. So it's like, is what you're doing in the area of career satisfying your intellectual side or satisfying your conscious side even? But of course, yeah, there is, all you can do in a situation is feel the feelings and allow those feelings to be felt. And really give yourself that space to feel and to not react, but to act in the appropriate manner. But it's like whatever you're doing for the area of career, it's like because I'm focusing in on how the cat's chewing on one of the hearts there, right? It's like, it's almost as if like you're not emotionally satisfied with what you do at this time. But, whatever it is that you are doing at this time, it's still, even if it feels painful or tough or whatever the case, however your situation resonates to you, you're still growing from it. Okay, but there could be a call at this time, especially with the star here, and as you're guided forward here. Again, I keep saying throughout the summer months, just to reel myself back in, this is a reading for the week ahead here, okay? But again, yes, in the week ahead, again, you're transforming, you're healing, and you're just taking a look at all areas of your life. And so you're, one of those being career, and you're realizing, that you need maybe a little bit more guidance in the area of career, because whatever it is you're doing right now, it's just not sitting well with you. We're moving over to the Six of Wands, which is coming in as your finance card, okay? It did come out on its side. Now, in the area of finance, you may lack self-confidence, but this most likely, I should say, is simply due to external factors. Or it may be because of how much you've taken on, but whatever, again, with that, with the Ten of Wands there, that we had, it's like at one point, it's like you had just taken on so much, but, the energies are starting to ease for sure. Whether you're aware that you've subconsciously let go or not, the energies are easing. But whatever the question is, whatever you are reaching for, the answer right now is no. Delays, setbacks, and even bad luck may lie ahead. Okay, so again, of course, something, in the area of finance, again, You may have just taken on a lot and you're still dealing with the financial ramifications of, past choices, or you're simply just, again, just in a period of dealing with financial circumstances that, quite frankly, are just really due to external controls. It's like things that just happen. It's like, no one expects, like, just crazy example for like your engine to blow up or something crazy, or you're like, just not prepared to make, like take such a setback, if you will. And really, of course, depends on how you take a look at the situation, right? But, don't let this scare you though, guys. Even though this is speaking to possible delays or setbacks, again, and it's just like I said, it's how we're viewing the situation at the time. So it's like, I think more so leaning to the side of whatever the question is that's on your mind related to finances, there's more likely that you shouldn't go for it per se, but of course, please take that as it resonates. Okay, so we're going to move on then. I'm going to just go ahead and do this. And we're going to move on now to water signs. Welcome, water signs. We have three major arcana here for you in today's spread in the area of love, career, and finance. So let's start with love. We have major arcana number, I don't know why my mind just stopped there, major arcana number 11. So again, something here in the area of love, it's like you're either, it could have something to do with either making a decision, or it's something to do with balancing the energies in love right now. Just because the hand feeds you doesn't mean it doesn't deserve an occasional nip. This card reminds us that actions have consequences and cause is followed by effect. No surprise that this card is associated with cautious, measured Libra. Fairness will prevail, so play by the rules. So there's something here, right, about actions having consequences here, okay? Or aka there's something here about karma in the area of love. So, whether that's referring to you or a past situation or person or connection, I do feel, though, that it's mostly like, it's almost like, just because the hand feeds you doesn't mean it doesn't deserve an occasional nip. So I feel like, you were giving to someone and someone was giving back to you, but at some point their actions, ended, again, it had cause, there was a cause and effect there. And karma, karma was at play. And so, it's like you were forced into having to take, kind of like bare your fangs and kind of nip this person. And so in the area of love right now, again, no surprise, you're moving forward here in the week ahead with caution, with the energy of Libra, again, in that, and just in balance, okay? And just remember, guys, that fairness will prevail. It's also touching back on karma. So whatever the past situation was, because a lot of us in the collective were definitely, in some type of, I'm just going to use the word karmic situation for all intents, and purposes. But fairness will prevail. Karma will prevail. And so essentially, play by the rules. But it's like, to me, coming off as, you have, it's like you do play by the rules, and that's the thing. You lead with integrity, essentially, and yeah, and it's like, at some point the curtains came down, right? So again, just be cautious as you move ahead, and just know that karma's at play. All right, so basically you have nothing to worry about. Moving on to the Devil, major arcana number 15, and I'm just so, what was the word I was going to use? I think thrilled. It's just like I'm just so thrilled at how they depicted the devil here in the cat tarot deck. Again, not again, excuse me. This is coming in the area of career. Like most dogs, the devil is all bark and no bite. The dog's gentle expression and uplifted paw represent the lure of more base desires, such as slobbering and tail wagging. So there's something here, guys, about you have more base desires in the area of your career or your stability or how you bring in the pentacles, if you will. So whatever you're doing now, I feel like it's not really, you know what I mean, you're not in your life's purpose, if you will. Okay, you're not doing something that you feel really is serving, or not even serving, but that's just in alignment with you and with your purpose and who you are. The leash around the dog's neck symbolizes how we are held in bondage, slaves to our own destructive instincts. Yet, looking closely, you can see that the leash is actually quite loose. The dog could free itself if it tried, but it is a dog and therefore incapable. Now, a lot coming to mind there, but first and foremost, and I do reference this book a lot, but I just feel like it's just so profound. It's the Four Agreements by Don Ruiz Miguel, or Don Miguel Ruiz. When I always flip the middle name. But there was such a profound message that spoke to basically like the majority of us human beings who are living in our own personal hells. Okay, and it's funny because you know the devil here is I think it's basically shining a light that definitely my water signs for you guys, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I feel like a lot of you are not necessarily, again, in alignment with your true purpose, okay, in terms of what you're doing, again, for your stability, okay, in this lifetime. So, with that being said, I do truly feel like for the majority, and I understand there may be some situations that are a little bit more difficult to get out of, but I always feel like, I know, it's just, I know that that changes can be made. You can say no, you can say yes, you can apply to different areas, you can apply yourself outside, into a craft, or you can start your own thing, or you can collaborate with others. I mean, there's obviously an abundant amount of avenues one can take, to get to that, to get to the place where they want to be, to get to that place of happiness, where every day, again, obviously, the tried and true, we've all heard, where it's like going to work is no longer, it doesn't feel like work because you enjoy what you do, you love what you do, you're passionate about what you do. So very, very big message here again about, again, maybe loosening the leash in some way. It's like you have the power here, but you need to take action in some way. Okay, but with the 3 stars that I just now noticed above the dog here, going back to the star, which did pop out for the fire signs pull or spread, and so really, I just feel like you really are being guided, guys, at this time. Okay. So if you've been thinking about taking a risk or doing something in the area of career, you are being guided, okay? And you do have the power to have a say, okay? In the area of finance, Major Arcana number 13, Death. Like the vacuum, this card makes a lot of foreboding noise, but doesn't actually portend doom. Okay, so first and foremost, just like take a deep breath in and out. You're okay. All right. It may feel like impending doom is upon you, but you actually are okay. And you can see how the cat was easily able to jump out of the way, of the vacuum before being sucked to death, right? But even funny enough, it's like this, or like the vacuum really couldn't even kill the cat, even if the cat, like, its tail got sucked, you know what I mean? The cat's not gonna die, kind of thing. The Death card brings change, a cleansing of unhealthy attachments, and surrender. So let the vacuum vacuum. Hide if you must. Transformation can be scary, but it's better to clean your problems up than brush them under the rug. I mean, what clearer messages can come in for the area of finance, guys? You have to take a look, I feel like, at your really have a good visual, like, know, where your money's going, where your money's coming in, going out. Take a look at your bank from time to time. Make sure, that you have a clear idea of, what you're signed up for, subscriptions you may have, that kind of thing. But there's definitely, there is some transformation here in the week ahead. Especially here, I picked up, I really honed in on the cleansing of unhealthy attachments. So in the area of finance, and that could really easily just speak to, overspending, or not even overspending, but just maybe purchasing on a bad habit, something to that effect, okay? But there is a message here for you guys to, you may be feeling frantic in the area of finance, but again, just remember that it's mostly like, I feel like you have a little bit more anxiety about it than, it's like at the end of the day, right, I said take a breath, like, you're actually okay, guys. You are safe, nothing's going to happen, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to pull through. This is just like, a very temporary cycle, okay? But, as you can see, you have guidance with the stars, you have the sun popping out, so again, the curtain's coming down, so a lot of illumination is headed your way, okay? So in the week ahead, just stay vigilant, to the signs that resonate with you, any synchronicities, and I will leave you with those messages. So moving on, we have air signs. And welcome, air signs. My apologies, I was like, did I mix that up with water? No, I did. So I did fire, water, air, and then I'll do earth. So welcome, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I have pulled cards for the areas of love, career, and finance. You have one major arcana here on the table coming in for the area of your career. So you're definitely trying to manifest something in the area of your in the area of the career sector, but I feel like perhaps you don't have all the pieces yet, or you feel like you don't have all the pieces yet to kind of make it happen. We also have here the Seven of Pentacles. This is coming in for your love card. And I have yet to pull this card out of the deck. So the Seven of Pentacles for me, I mean, this really just speaks to right off the bat the potential for success. So the fact that it is coming in the area of love, just very beautiful to see. And clever you. Not everyone can wrangle the treat out of the cat toy, but you're one of the smart ones. Your commitment to your vision and your singular focus means rewards are coming your way. So rewards in the area of love. And this will bring tremendous satisfaction. Things may seem a bit tedious right now. It happens with anything worth pursuing, but just keep moving forward, it'll pay off. So guys, however those messages resonate to you, I mean, the abundance in those messages is all right, I don't know where I was going there, but just you had a lot of very beautiful, abundant messages there. So, again, you're one of the smart ones, and that's gonna, you're going to attract in a love that I believe is, on par or on the same wavelength and frequency as the love that you're actually, resonating outward. That's how, of course, the law of attraction and, works. But You do have a commitment here, so, stay true to yourself, stay true to your vision, and know that your rewards are coming in, guys. Messages from spirit, okay? And these rewards are, again, going to bring a tremendous amount of satisfaction. So even if you feel like things are a bit just kind of like, again, you're coming out of the Ten of Wands energy here, with the bottom of the deck energy. So just keep moving forward, guys, and things are really going to pay off here. All right, and very specifically in the area of love. Now, in the area of career, however, I feel there's a little bit of resistance here. We have the Magician in the reverse. The Magician card can spell trouble, suggesting that your old tricks aren't working and it's time to try some new ones. So, that could simply be a very straightforward call to try a new job, new career, new role, new location, however that may resonate. Because you are not a dog, you can learn them. Trade the hocus pocus for hard work, and transformation is not only possible but inevitable. Presto changeo. So again, you're being told that of course, we all innately have alchemical abilities within us, but it's whether we reach the point of knowing and understanding how to do so that it is done. But there's something here about hard work. So if you've just perhaps been trying to manifest, maybe try, because the way to manifestation, guys, there's several different techniques, approaches, in terms of how, everyone manifests differently from each other. It's not just one, set way to manifest. So you're going to have to find your way here somehow. And let me go back to what I was... Yeah, there's something here again about hard work. So maybe you need to just change your approach to manifestation, or maybe you need to start, just very simply, I could be taking this as like start taking actions. It doesn't have to be hugely, earth-shattering, but even small little actions or tweaks could allow for the energies to alchemize, in different ways as you move forward, okay? So that will resonate differently to everyone, but again, it's just something I say a lot, it has something to do about, just tweaking. It's like you just have to kind of tweak your frequencies a little bit, or tweak a couple knobs, take a look at how you're manifesting, taking a look at your relationship to love, career, finance, taking a look at your relationship to source and and to yourself and all that type of stuff, but things are it's inevitable that things will turn around here for you. All right, but I think you have to make an effort here. It's like you actually have to reach for it, or like put your arm out and grab something, or do something here. Page of Cups is coming in the reverse for the area of finance. Upside down, that kitteness energy can spell frustration and immaturity. There's a little too much drinking out of the toilet and not nearly enough responsibility happening. So, are we going on drinking too much? Just kind of nilly-willy, kind of overspending on things that perhaps, but there's something about not enough responsibility happening, guys, and immaturity. So take that as it resonates. But if there's something that's been frustrating you here, especially if you kind of like just, it's like if it kind of makes you feel immature after the fact, then this may be something to kind of try and take a look at or meditate on, or if that came out weird, or meditate on. But it's time to pull it together and get down to whatever you're avoiding. And so, yeah, you could be avoiding something here. It's something to do with your relationship to money for sure, because, just, coming in as the cups, the suit of cups, really representative of like the emotional side, of our nature. And so there's something to do about a perspective here as well. And so I do definitely feel like your perspective or how you view money, your relationship to money, because it's like you would do well to take time to get a good look at your reflection in order to understand your true feelings. But right now you're not looking just down at the water at your reflection. You're just dunked your head in right now because you don't want to deal with it. So again, in the area of finance, guys, again, it's from, messages from the universe, but it is time to pull it together and get down to whatever you're avoiding here. And I know, right, easier said than done, but guys, you're already in the energy, okay, because we have the Ten of Wands here. You're starting to let go. You're starting to delegate. You're starting to kind of take a different perspective and take a different handle on how you've been approaching the energies. So I hope that helped, though. But there's something here again about that responsibility. So you need to take responsibility for something here financially. Okay. All right. I hope you found those messages useful, and we're gonna move on now to Earth signs. Welcome, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I hope you guys are doing well. You too have a major arcana that came in for your spread, the High Priestess, major arcana number 2, very heavily speaking, of course, to our intuition, our spirituality, our how do I want to say it, like the side that we don't present. This isn't the mask that we present to others, really. This is really, your subconscious and almost like the true you. Now this is coming in for the area of love, okay? So Earth signs, starting with the High Priestess. Like an unexpected doorbell chime on a boring day, a visit from this card is both welcome and mysterious. The High Priestess card depicts a world fertile with possibility and power, as suggested by the symbols of moon and water. The candle represents darkness and light, secrets and clarity. The curtain conceals what exactly is germinating. So whatever it is, something here in the area of love, okay, whether, again, beknownst to you or not, is that something is germinating here. Again, the curtain conceals, something's germinating there. So, and it's behind you, the curtain. So something's happening here, guys, in the 5D that you're not aware of yet at this time. Even with the High Priestess energy, you are very intuitive, but even with the moon there, you can't possibly know it all. You see what I'm saying? You can have your intuitive nudges, but if you've been feeling like love is upon you, you're most certainly correct. Whatever it is, it's catnip to you. Surprises are much more fun when you know they're good. And that's the thing. What did I just say? It's like when you know, it's like if you've been feeling that like your person's trying to find you, if you've been feeling that you already know, you're the High Priestess, you know that love is yours to have. You're not worried about when. It's just, you're just chilling at this time, right? But guys, definitely beautiful. Love is coming in. Something's happening here, behind the scenes that we're not aware of. But the universe is aware of it, and very excited. But yeah. So again, this is coming in, okay, in the week ahead. So don't expect any insane revelations. But the fact is, something is cooking in the background here. Signs, okay, for the area of love. So very happy to see that for you guys. We're going to move on next to the Three of Wands, which is coming in the area of your career. This is coming in on its side. So there's definitely something here, okay, in terms of balancing your inner and outer connections to the world. But the Three of Wands promises something new on the horizon. But with it coming in on its side, I do feel like perhaps in the area of career, turning your back doesn't always expand your view. Sometimes it just means you're facing a wall. Avoiding confrontation, perhaps. Maybe you're better off on your own, but beware of turning your back on loved ones. You might be missing out on some fun and frolicking. Oops, a little bug flying around. So there's something here, you know, in the area, I don't know, in your area of career, it's like, okay, excuse me, what I'm getting is that, like, it might even be something to do with, like, if you would just shift your perspective, then you would see that everything wonderful, you know, you would see everything wonderful that's right in front of you, right? But that just takes sometimes turning around and shifting your perspective. So if you can focus, you know, your concentration on the bigger picture, like on the big picture shifts, you know, that will allow you to, again, gain different perspectives, different views, and ultimately growth. But, so it's like however you're viewing your current work situation or whatever it is that you do in your career, instead of viewing it as, again, something wonderful that's providing for you, or that's, you know, whatever the case, you just kind of feel like maybe you've hit a wall, okay, and that maybe you're better off on your own, you know, going off and doing something on your own. I don't know if this does have something to do with, like, working directly with family members or something to that effect, but yeah, so take those messages how it resonates, because it was kind of, you know, going a few different ways there. But again, you might be trying to avoid confrontation here, but again, it just depends, you know, and it may or may not resonate with you, but maybe shifting your perspective and trying to look at it from a different angle. And especially, I did talk, I bring it up a lot, but the 4 agreements, you know, if you can just live by those 4 agreements, literally, by, like, not taking anything personally, not assuming, being impeccable with your word, doing your best every day, just those simple agreements, you know, if you can make those agreements within yourself and, like, with your soul, and those agreements resonate with you and you live by them, I don't know, I just feel like, you know, perhaps if this card resonates with you guys, you know, earth signs, I would definitely try and take a look, you know. I didn't read that book. At the time I was listening to it when I would drive back and forth, at the time when I was going to school for lash extensions, and my drive was about like an hour 20 roughly each way, because I was at the time kind of living out in the yonder there, back when SpaceX was, like, shooting rockets off, and, like, my house at the time would, like, shake literally. So anyway, but good times. So again, if that so resonates with you, I was trying to say that I ultimately got the audio book, and that was good. You know, it was a good read for sure, or a good book to listen to. Finally, you have the lovely Queen of Swords that is coming in the area of your finances, all right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Queen is all sharp mind and self-awareness. The Queen of Swords is the epitome of I don't know why I'm having trouble pronouncing this word. Leonine regality. Leonine. Let me just look that up real quick if you guys can bear with me here. Like a lioness, right? Leonine is a rare and elegant feminine name. Okay, and possibly Germanic origins, meaning lion or lioness. It's associated with strength and courage, drawing from the powerful symbolism of the lion. While not widely used, clearly, not to say like, but that was new for me, so it definitely piqued my interest. But it carries a sense of uniqueness and historical depth for sure. I just wonder if I'm pronouncing it correctly. No. Oh, why did it change it up?
Leonine.
Okay. I just wanted to verify all that there. So the Queen of Swords is the epitome of leonine regality. Hoping you guys are learning something with me here. She is smart, dignified, and disciplined without coming across as demanding. She holds her place on her throne with great dignity and wears her crown with grace. Symbolism surrounds her. The birds on the wallpaper are not prey. They represent the height of her knowledge and inquisitiveness. And, really it's just the Queen of Swords as well. I mean, it really speaks to, she's my card of independence, okay? So I feel like at this time in the area of finance, guys, it's like you guys, again, have a sharp mind. You're aware of what's going on in your area of finances. And, some of the collective has a little bit more catching up to do. But with that also is a message of encouragement because we've all been there, but once you start to really take a look and you can see, then you have better control and, obviously of the energies of, what's going on in the area of the Pentacles. So, but yes, guys, right now, again, you're doing really well. You in the area, it's like you're gaining more knowledge in the area of finance. You're becoming more inquisitive, and I think right now it's like you're really making like money moves, or like you're securing like your destiny in a way. Like you're learning, you're taking a look at the energies, you're understanding how you can alchemize the energies in the area of finance. So very beautiful, guys, especially here again with the High Priestess. So Earth signs, I feel like, of course, you're headed in here, very grounded energy here in the week ahead. So, all right, everyone. Well, I wish you all well, and I will see everyone in the next reading. Take care.